I might not be wrong if I say you are having the same problem. If you are not a Native American, and that problem is you cannot speak English fluently or without an accent, okay? Or in an American accent, or the kind of, Aussies, British, and the kind of American, the mix up accent that I do have. Well, someone recently came to me and they asked me that, I understand English very well. I know what other person is saying. Onside that, I do, I can type very good in English, but the thing is that when it comes to speaking, my mind goes blank. I just stutter. So taking on that thing, this is a very, 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 very kind of a thing that really stops you from, interacting people who are in other regions, in other countries, because English is the language which is being used, one of the most languages in the world. Even the social media, it is in English. So we have to actually be able to learn any language. Not I'm specifically talking about English, but yeah, we should be learning any language that we prefer to. But as for this video, we are just going to stay on the topic of English. They just came to me, and I didn't just, get them on board with another course. I didn't suggest them to going an academy because I know what it feels like. It's not about grammar, you know. It is not about the pronunciation. Importantly, what important is that when you speak, you should be thinking before you speak, or the best is that thinking at the same time as you speak. So this problem occurs very much if you are not a native speaker. It's obvious. So what I did was that I said we are going to set up a workshop of 60 days, and we are going to improve our language. Okay, we are going to improve our English. So it made me have a chance, and the way I'm speaking with clarity right now is something that I was not having previously. I know it still sucks, but it's still way far better because I'm not a Native American. Yeah. So I just decided to go on a 60-day workshop. We'll be having maybe 15 to 20 minutes every day. And in those 15 to 20 minutes, we are going to do these things. So, it was 28th day that just went on. And it was really great. Okay, we are doing really great. It's like 4 weeks have passed by. We are just left with 4 more weeks. So how did we do the things that we have done and what we will be doing ahead? So if you are someone who really wants to get into English, I would suggest to go for a group. First of all, take you and your best friend. If you want to learn English, the best friend is the best thing you can go for. Or if you want to go for like publicly taking anyone with you, just make sure either you are two or more. Then you are going to practice. What we did practice was in week 1, we just took the impromptu speaking prompts. If you don't know what they are, these are little topics that you can talk about at the right moment. So what I did is that I went to you can use that. You can actually go to ChatGPT and say, give me 4 weeks of impromptu speaking prompts with the uh, difficulty from easy, medium, hard, and extreme hard. So we started with that. We started with the easy topics such as what's your favorite food and what's the best memory you can remember. These were the topics that we were having in the week 1. No constraints, no nothing. We were just going throughout these topics. Each and every person was having a chance to speak this. In the starting, we were only 3, okay? But as other people saw us, they just really wanted to join this because they never saw something like this going on. And every other English class they have had, they felt that they are just to complete their task, but in this English class they just really felt like they are engaging in this. So that's one of the reason everyone is regular. So what happened in the week one? We went to the easy improv to speaking prompts. On the second, we went for the medium ones. On the third week, we went to the harder ones. Okay, those were a kind of reflective. So after that, in the previous week, what we did is that we changed something. We said that I said to them that before speaking, I'm going to tell you the topic. What you're going to do, step number one, you are going to have 2 minutes in which you have to write the bullet points. How are you going to start the topic, and how are you going to end? What are the facts and figures that you'd be putting onto that? What are the things that you'd be sharing entirely? And then after they write down all of those bullet points in 2 minutes, then I just gave them a list of words that are overly used, such as and, like, because, but. I asked them not to use them, and they're having 10 marks. If they use any of that word one time, it would be like 0.5 marks would be deducted from their entire marks. It was really a good way to use the alternatives and come up with a better words. Yeah, it did work. And after me giving the list, they would be having a timer of 5 minutes. That's it. Boom, only 5 minutes. You would be getting to speak the entire topic, explain the entire topic without using the words that are overly used. And we just completed that week. And in that week, they really just enjoyed it. Okay, as you know, those all together, we were having debates. We were having these diverse ideas that were being shared, the diverse perception of the people, different ideas. And it was really not just learning English, but reflecting upon ourselves and the people around us. So that's what we have done till the week 8. What we'd be doing, or week 4, what we'd be doing afterwards. If you do not know about what shadowing is actually taking a speaker who you want to talk like, and then watching their video, taking one of their video, and that aligns with your topic, obviously. And then you're just going to copy them word to word, gesture to gesture, and the way they talk, pronunciation, each and everything. You are going to copy them, that entire video, second to second. And we are going to shift onto that practice. Okay, I would be giving them the task of you have to do this, and they would be coming up with the assignments. So it is more than assignments, it's just really a practice that you can do as well. So this is really a great thing if you go for learning any language. The more you speak, the more creative way you take to speak, the more better you get at the fluency. Okay, and I also have, just for you guys, if you are a kind of person who really wants to get into the fluency and making your English sound overall better, I have put together a resource for you that would be in the description, or you can comment down below the word resource. I would be sharing that resource with you. So yeah, that's probably it. And I would just like to share a personal story that I was working with this client, and they were asking me that can you help me hire someone, but they should be at least having the conversation. So I really felt the people around me are having this kind of lack in speaking English. So it just really gives you a competitive advantage. It really puts you out. It just really put that odds in your favor when you are having another language and speaking like it's your native. Well, with that being said, you can let me know what your experiences have been with English or any other language. And till then, till the next video, may your day be as bright as your smile. Peace out.